didn't want to get beaten. There was no easing off of the pressure. They defended really grimly and determinedly for the latter part of the game and got the 3 points. So that kind of organisation we needed, you feel, here tonight.
Oh, absolutely no doubt about that. If Arsenal are going to succeed, it's going to be about how they defend, how they prevent City with their possession, creating those opportunities.
Sterling. They won the cup 6-0 against Watford. The semi-final was much closer. Just the one Gabriel Jesus goal to beat Brighton. Handed away by Mustafi.
They have to stay very tight by the three central defenders for Arsenal. Tierney on the left of Luiz, Mustafi on the right, to stop those balls and service, certainly from Gundogan and the impressive De Bruyne, already trying to find those forward runs of the City strikers.
Raheem Sterling has got going again with goals. It was a little bit short of them in the first part of the year before the lockdown. Rattled in a hat-trick recently at Brighton. He's now Sergio Aguero to pull out for the rest of the season. Sterling is the leading scorer for Manchester City, which says quite a lot. There's a lot of competition in that respect.
26 goals is a fantastic return from Raheem Sterling.
De Bruyne.
Every player except Ederson in the Arsenal half, and whether it's going to be reviewed.
It's not so much the original block, is it?
It fell on the ball, I think, yeah. Martin. The block is here. You can see the ball then, as he falls, does he put a hand on the...
Only really got at the Arsenal defensive third through Arsenal's own mistakes, and maybe in the animated chat that Arteta is handing out now, that will be something how and when you play it. But as you rightly said, Clyde, the way they did it the last time has led to the goal.
Well, this is the first chance, the clearest chance of the game to this point. Aubameyang firing it straight at Ederson, but when Pepe comes back on his left foot, you can see just creeps off the left shoulder of Kyle Walker, but that is a superb finish. It is a half volley off the outside of his right boot. Brilliantly controlled finish from Aubameyang. They have to make those chances count, and he certainly has.
I must say, they are keeping the break, the timeout, the drinks break, pretty short. Football in this country famous around the world for its non-stop action, really. The authorities have to think long and hard as to whether to continue to do it. They're going to allow, if the various authorities want to, the 5 substitutes rule for next season. But I think UEFA have voted against it. The Premier League haven't made their point yet, but it does favour the clubs with bigger squads, therefore the richer clubs. There'll be plenty of sides lower down the table who vote against it.
Yeah, I've got to say, if I was asked, I wouldn't be totally convinced by the drinks break for next season. And as you say, it certainly favours the clubs with the strength and depth in quality of squad.
This and Arsenal are a big club, but they're 10th in the table, so a mid-table team that we're looking at really at the moment. They just don't have the resources that Manchester City have on their bench, featuring international careers.
Well, 2 20-year-olds and 2 teenagers on Arsenal's bench. All internationals, I think, on Manchester City's.
Jesus having to check out. Mendy can cross first time. Arsenal will be quite happy with that. Expecting to deal with the aerial deliveries.
Well, with Mustafi, Louise and Tierney in there, any aerial crosses they're dealing with well.
Mendy's got the better of Bellerin. Again, the pick out was missing. It's easy to see from up here, but not so easy to see down there what the angles are.
Yeah, he couldn't fire it through the 6-yard box, Mendy trying to cut it back to the edge of the 18-yard box where players were arriving.
Disconcerted Manchester City at the moment, going according to their script. Oh, what a mistake by Bellerin and De Bruyne.
What a block! They're shouting for handball when Xhaka blocked that De Bruyne strike.
Mahrez, Lacazette. He works hard. Now living a bit on their nerve ends, Arsenal. Get it right once, it's risk and reward. We always